All right, folks, it is finally time. The long-awaited video series of the handful of mods to the truck. You see it's in the garage. I've also got a visitor here with me, Remington. There you go, good boy. What am I doing? Truck's in the garage, and it's gonna be in the garage for probably the next 10 days or so. Torque converter, higher stall torque converter. I've got a BTR stage 1 cam, Texas speed headers, and the Whipple supercharger. Whipple 3-liter supercharger. It's all here. It's all ready to go. I've been super busy with work. I took another position within the company, and involves a little bit of traveling. So now I've just been struggling to find the time. I had to go purposely take time off from work and set the time up to just go do this. And so for the next week, I'm going to be doing this. I don't think that I'm going to be making this a multi-part series. It's a lot of work. Today is Friday the 22nd, and I have basically until December 1st to get it done. I gotta go back to work on the 2nd. So, and I'm really not trying to leave this truck in here while the 72 C10 that I have, spoiler alert, new project, sits outside right now, and it's kind of rainy and crappy, and I really don't want to let it sit out there for too much longer than I need to. So we'll get to work. I'll keep you all updated as much as I can. For now, I'm going to start pulling the transmission off of the truck, drain the fluids off of it, put the pan back on. To drain the fluids, I got to get the pan off. To get the pan off, I got to take the Y pipe off. I'm taking the Y pipe off anyways for the headers. So a lot of work, and I'll just get to it, and I'll see you all on whatever updates I can get you all on. All right, thanks.
The next day.
All right, good morning, Saturday morning. I didn't record anything yesterday. It's not going to be an instructional. I'm learning as I'm going, as well as I haven't done all this work together in one sequence ever. So yeah, I think what's going to end up happening is we'll just do a daily check-in, kind of let you know how things went. There's plenty of instructional videos. I don't want this to be an instructional video. It's going to take me way too long to do this work, and I'm really trying to power through it. So drive shaft is down for the rear and the front, both. It's a 4x4 truck. I dropped the transfer case. I dropped the Y pipe, which took a while because one of the bolts broke, and so luckily I have new headers and Y pipe getting installed. Most of the transmission disconnected, all but 2 of the bell housing bolts removed. I've got the 2 at the top still to do. I gotta figure out how to get to those. And some more electronics, I think, on the transmission, and then the transmission's out. I'm gonna drop the transmission, put the new torque converter in, and put the transmission right back in, just so that I'm not leaving the transmission and the transfer case and everything else out for extended amounts of time, probably forgetting how to put it back together after taking it apart. So there it is, trans jack holding in place, transfer case is down, Y pipe is there off in the distance, drive shafts are sitting back here. All right, update. Let me go ahead and flip the camera around here. As you can see, I don't know what time it is, about 10:30 or so in the morning. Transmission is out. Got my goal that I wanted to do yesterday accomplished. That's out. I'm gonna go ahead and measure the distance. I've been told, or I've seen on other videos, measure the distance from this face to here to make sure that when you put the new torque converter in place, you've clicked enough times. I think it's supposed to be 3 distinct clicks in there. So I want to make sure that I've got that set deep enough so that it'll mate appropriately to the flywheel or pressure plate. I don't know exactly what the heck this is called. It's not a flywheel. Whatever it is, I want it to make sure that it mates appropriately to that. A little bit of cleanup. As you can see, it is all empty. I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish the torque converter and then put the transmission back in place. I don't want it out for too long. Yeah, I do have an oil leak. I don't know if you can see there, it's kind of drippy, and it looks like it was coming from somewhere around the starter area. So I'm gonna look around, see what I can find. I don't know if that's it. If that's it, that's the head. I hope that's not it. I don't know. Just me, or is that a crack? Ruh-roh. What's going on there? All right, I'll go back to that. Heads are getting removed anyways, so I'll thoroughly inspect that once the heads are off. But for the time being, let's take a look at the torque converter. Circle D, directly from them. Got a little bit of swag here. Don't need that right now. Another piece of foam. There it is. I think it's 24 to 2600 stall.
The next day.
All right, Sunday morning, let's get back to work. I got the transmission back in place yesterday. Today I'm gonna work on getting the transfer case in. I had to go get a new transfer case gasket. Get the transfer case up, get the drive shafts back in, call that good and done. Today's goal, get the transmission completely buttoned up and then start on the tear down up top for the cam. The comment I made yesterday about possibly having a cracked head was not the case. It was just dirty. Went up there real close, took a look at it, cleaned it. No crack, just dirty. Not much to show. Transmission is back in place. I am supporting it with the trans jack so that it's not putting extreme pressure on the motor mounts. All right, so 1/8 drill bit, 3/16 drill bit. From what I'm told, those are the tolerances. And this is what I'm gonna do here. Try and get you guys a good angle. You can see here is the torque converter. Here's the flex plate. And there's a clear gap between them. And there should be, right? Let's see if I can find my measuring tools. 1/8 drill bit clearly fits. So minimum tolerance has been met. I'm good. I think I got really, really lucky because I was really dreading putting a washer in there. Does not fit. That means I can just bolt the torque converter flex plate together and should not have any issues with my pump. Lucky me. Here we go. Such a plan that turned out right. All right, well, transmission's up, trans mount's in, differential's in, drive shaft's in. Let me show you. Drive shaft. Transmission is right there. Front drive shaft. I know, kind of hard to show, but it's all back in. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the Y pipes out because I'm replacing them anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and replace the transfer case fluid. While I'm at it, front differential fluid is already fresh when I did the re-gear, so I'm not gonna touch that. We'll be getting new oil. Well, I have the new oil for the engine already. I gotta replace that. And I think for now, down here, I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and start disassembling for the cam. I lied. What I'm actually gonna go do is put tools away. then we'll get back to work. Feels pretty good to wrap that one up. Feels good.
Take it all away, take it all away, take it out of sight. You wonder why I'm broken. Take it all away, take it all away, take it out of sight. You wonder why I have to lie. Take it all away, take it all away. I have to lie. Take it all away, take it all away. Take it all away, take it all away, take it out of sight. You wonder why I'm broken. Take it all away, take it all away, take it out of sight. You wonder why I have to lie. I have to It's a cold winter's night, and you don't answer your phone anymore. Something's wrong. It's been hours since we both spoke, and I hope you are strong to find your way back home, as sure as the sun rises again.
One eternity later.
Okay, day 3. We got a handful of things done yesterday. Let's turn you around here and show you kind of where I'm at right now. So I've got the heads pulled off, and of course, as luck would have it, I've got, I think, 2 exhaust manifold bolts that snapped. I mean, I wouldn't even consider them snapped. They were loose as soon as I started backing it out. And let's see here. Well, you could see it right there. There's one. And I think the rest of them were clean. The same one on both sides. They were loose and buttery. As soon as I started backing the bolt out, it just went. They were already rusted through and bad. The problem was, on this one here, I had my extractor bit snap off into the hole. So, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the trays, remove the rollers. Those are all getting garbaged. I'm gonna clean up head gasket residue on the block and on the heads. It's 9 o'clock, just past 9 o'clock, so let's quit lollygagging and get to work.
It's a cold winter's night, and you don't answer your phone anymore. Are you alone? Are you out there all by yourself? And I hope you are strong to find your way back home, as sure as the sun will rise again. It's a wonderful life if you try. Oh, it's a wonderful life. It's a wonderful life. Don't turn your back when things get hard. It'll pass, always does. It's a
All right, we are back at it. A little bit of a late start today on the video. I've already been doing a little bit of work to get past the point of frustration for myself. So, new cam is in, cam gear is on, and I believe, let's see if I can get you in there. I believe my timing is set right. Those two little marks right there, this and this, those line up with the marks on the cam gear. I unlocked the top dead center. See right there. What I'm going to do is continue cleaning the old gasket. I'm going to go ahead and spin the motor. 2 revolutions. I'm going to put the bolt back in. I'm going to spin it. I'm going to remove the lock on the back end of the starter. I'm going to go ahead and spin it 2 revolutions and see if my timing marks still line up. If they do, then my timing should be set. Anything else? So with your luck, timing is set. That cover's clean. I'm gonna go ahead and probably just temp it back into place for now. Cylinders are clean as far as the mating surface. Ready for heads and head gasket. I'll go ahead and clean some stuff up, start reconnecting what I can reconnect.
The next day.
I did skip ahead quite a bit. I did work on it yesterday, just a little bit after getting the head back from the machine shop. So you'll see heads are installed, valve springs are in, foot sockets are in, rockers are in, forward valley cover's on, fuel pump is on. Although you notice the pump gasket possibly leaking, so I have a new gasket on order. Probably have to take that back out. Timing cover's on. Crank pulley, I just finished torquing and put the starter back in place. Yeah, let's get to work.
You're the one to blame. 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 You're the one to.
All right, it's been a few days. Cold. It is absolutely cold this morning. It's been cold the last few days, and I think let me show you where we're at right now. Supercharger is on. The front plate is on, and now I've got to go in and install 10 of these bolts. 5 of them are already in, hand tight. Along where the intake manifold normally installs. I really like that Whipple sent a instruction manual, but they put the intake right over it, and so everything is soaked through. So Whipple, if by chance, somehow, some way, someone from Whipple sees this, maybe put the instruction manual inside of a sealed bag instead of a manila envelope. Everything is soaked almost all the way through. You can see it. But yeah, step basically 47 out of 133. So let's keep going. It's a risk I'm willing to take. I must face what I've done. Another battle still yet to come, but I would never give in or won't give up. 'Cause I'm your protector. I won't surrender. I'd even die for you if it came to it. I'll be here forever, whether it's now or never. I go through hell and back to make sure
far enough. I'd leave this world for the next just to save you from needing me from the start. Need you like blood needs a.
All right, we are hours later. Let me show you where we're at. So the plumbing is nearly complete. Few lines hooked up. Coolant lines are hooked up on both sides. I did take the whole front grille, and you can't see, but there's an intercooler in there that is for the supercharger's coolant. I had to do some custom fabbing because there's the pump right there. There you go. Pump's right there. Normally it was supposed to hang down below, but the problem is, you see where my bumper's at with the pre-runner bumper? It would have hung, I don't know, 3-4 inches below everything else, and it would have been exposed to a lot of damage. So I flipped this bracket, did some trimming, made it so that it would fit up instead of down. So now everything's here protected. The good news is I'm on step 85 of 130. I did not get the tuning kit that came with this. Blackbear Performance did my tuning. But yeah, when you're test drive for a few miles when you're normal driving, I am, so that's it for today. I'll go ahead and call it. I cleaned up a little bit. I'll start again tomorrow morning, bright and early.
The next day.
All right. Let's see what this is. Today's going to be the day that I start the truck up. Let me show you where I'm at. All right. OEM intake box is in, but it's just loose because I don't have the bracket that attaches to the frame. I have to install this. I need to fill the coolant. So I've got 5 gallons of jet fuel. I need to fill the supercharger's coolant, as well as the lines as much as possible. I have the tune file from Blackbear Performance. Once that happens, I've got to prime the truck, the fuel pump, one of the relays out so that it doesn't actually start, and I'm going to crank it over a few times to get oil pressure going. I'll put the relay back in, and then I will start it. I'll set up multiple cameras. I want to hear it. I want to see it. Yeah, today's the day. It is almost 2 weeks into it, and the last few days I've been trying to balance work and family and working on the truck as well. So not as much work time on the truck, but yeah, we're here. Today's the day. Let's see how it goes. All right, moment of truth. Battery is reconnected. I'm about to go turn the ignition on. I've got coolant in the engine. I've got coolant in the supercharger reservoir. A lot of the bubbles have worked their way out. All right, here we go. Ignition on. Currently tuning the engine. All right, so flash successful. And I would do that. Take the key out. Wait for countdown to complete. I'll open the door to kill everything. We're ready to go ahead and try to start. So let me go set up for that. All right, here goes nothing. All right, well, truck is outside. I do have a handful of codes that have popped up, but I need to get the garage cleaned up, and so truck is outside. Truck sounds good. Excuse me. It idles well, it accelerates well, but I do have a engine power reduced warning on the truck, and obviously DTC's check engine lights on. So we'll see what happens. I think for the time being, I'm gonna wrap up the video. I'll do a follow-up on timing updates, things like that. Let's see. Torque converter install, I would say, is probably a 5 out of 10 if you have the right tools. If you don't have a transmission jack, I wouldn't recommend it at all. Header install at 2 out of 10. Cam install, probably 8 or 9 out of 10. And the supercharger install, I'll list it as a 7 or 8 out of 10. And I only say that because their instruction manual, the part numbers don't match the part numbers on the parts themselves, meaning the instruction manual part numbers don't match up what is printed on the parts. And that was kind of frustrating. Luckily, there were a bunch of pictures that went along with it. So you can kind of deduce from that, you know, this is what's supposed to actually happen. Other than that, the install was okay. A little bit of modifying that I had to do, I already mentioned. But yeah, for the time being, it is done. I'm gonna clean up the garage, get the C10 back in, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you on the next one.